unveiling, and we're going to do the unveiling here shortly. So when the speakers come up here, we'll be able to see it. And so I thought that would be really nice. But this is something that's been in the planning for quite some time. And when you see the images, we'll try to explain it to you so you have a better understanding. But and we'll give you a little historical basis towards it. But before we go into that, just wanted everybody, there's some refreshments and some drinks over here. But I wanted to recognize some people that have come to really support this. I want to Joe Ashley, who's one of our board members, raising his hand over there. I want to thank Joe for being here. He's on the board of Adventist Health, Bakersfield, and Tehachapi. So Joe, thank you. Some of our other board members weren't able to make it up here today, but I know their hearts are with us, and we really appreciate that. I want to recognize the Tehachapi Valley Healthcare District members and staff. Also, Jacob Lopez, Congressman McCarthy's representative. Awesome. Also, Dominic Hayden, Senior Senator Shannon Grove's representative. And where are you? Raise your hand. Are you here yet? Okay. But we want to recognize them. Brooke Oscarson. Yeah, sorry. Assembly Vince Fong. So thank you.
Thank you.
And then the Guild of Tehachapi. Randy, thank you for being here. And if you haven't, the whole team is here. If you haven't been over there in a while, go right after this and buy some stuff. Also, Melissa Costello from Kaiser Permanente. Are you here? Okay. Paul Kaminsky from Tehachapi Rotary, present. Thank you, Paul, for being here. And I don't know if some other ones, but Dee Zimmerman from Family Life Pregnancy we want to recognize, and Greg Garrett from the city, Zach Scrivener. I know his wife, Christina, is here. Zach is a busy man, and we just appreciate wherever he is. Mark Milano, great friend at the hospital here and great contributor. Lydia Shaney. Where's Lydia? There you are. Lydia, thank you so much for being here. And then Mary Beth Garrison. Mary Beth, is Mary Beth here? No. And then the Tehachapi News, we thank you. And the Loop and Channel 17, and then all of our Adventist Health Tehachapi Valley managers and associates. So thank you for being here. What I wanted to kind of share real quick is I started my responsibilities up here in Tehachapi around February and March of last year, so a little over a year. And Christina Scrivener came up to me and she introduced me to this amazing artist, June Kim. And I got to actually see some of the artwork and sculptures that he did, and I was blown away. So Kim, June, you just raise your hand there.
Thank you.
I was blown away. And wanted to also recognize Dwight here. Dwight and Laura, if you raise your hands, I think everybody knows them, but they were hosting us over at his museum, and then we went over to Brent's house. Is Brent here?
Yeah.
Brent went over, and they showed me some of his amazing work. I'm like, man, we got to have him do something. And Christina already knew exactly, but she had to just coax me along a little bit more. And I said, okay, I've seen his work. We got to do something. And Donald Townsend actually did the rendition, and amazing talent, and very helpful in doing this. So I want to thank them. But so after several ideas, we landed on the concept of this three angels message. We already have an angel in the hospital, our welcoming angel, Lisa. And there's three angels, as you'll see on here in a minute. And so you go to Revelation 14, and it talks about the three angels message, about proclaiming the gospel throughout the entire world. And then in Revelation 18, it talks about another angel, and that's the one in the hospital. So we've got the four angels covering us. Also, what's critical to the Seventh-day Adventist Church, we're part of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, on the Seventh-day Adventist Church logo is really a three angels message. So wherever you go in the world, if it's a Seventh-day Adventist organization, they will know the three angels message and the people that come to those organizations. We have about 70 or 80 hospitals within the United States, and then there's about 250 hospitals all around the world. We have Edward Martin here ran some of those hospitals around the world, in Jamaica and Africa and Asia and other places. So Eddie, you can spend some time with Eddie and hear some of his amazing stories. And then, so we came to this concept as three angels message. And I've only seen a picture, so I've been very good and obedient. I have not actually sneak peeked and looked at their final product. I've just seen a picture. And so at this time, I would like the artists involved, so Dwight and Donald and June and and Christina, you guys come up, and I would like for you guys to actually do the unveiling. So we'll take a moment and do the unveiling.
Behind it. You have to get a good spot. Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Oh, beautiful.
So what do you guys think? This is carved in stone, and this will be here forever. All those coming into the emergency room, we hope that gives you hope, that this gives you an idea of what we represent here with Adventist Health and Tehachapi, that it's not just about your physical and mental, but also about your spiritual well-being. And we want the very best outcomes for our folks that come here. And this is a reminder that we are a religious organization, and we want the best spiritual outcomes, not only just the physical outcomes. And that this is a prayer. Tony, wow, that was good. And I think that was spirit-filled. So thank you very much. Hopefully we can get a transcript of what you said. In case some of you may not know, our mission for Adventist Health, Tony just shared with you, is living God's love by inspiring health, wholeness, and hope. And that's what we hope this sculpture will do when people come in. We just saw someone come in with his hand all cut up. And we're hoping and knowing that they're receiving the love of God in this emergency room right now as we speak. So, thank you, Tony. I wanted to invite Edward Martin up, and he's going to do a few special things and recognize a few special people. So, Edward, would you please come up? And Edward has been an amazing blessing to Adventist Health, Tehachapi, and to this community. So please come up.
I guess before we actually recognize certain individuals, there's a little quote that I ran across that I'd like to go and share with you. It says, at the deepest level, the creative process and the healing process arise from a single source. When you're an artist, you're a healer. A wordless trust of the same mystery is the foundation of your work and its integrity. And so we'd like to go ahead and thank all of our artists that have really contributed to Adventist Health Tehachapi Valley. And as many of you all walk through our hallway and take a look at our facility, you can see art all over the place. And you all have been involved in the art of healing when it comes to our patients. And this is just another example of a piece that will heal. As every patient walks through these doors, they will be impacted. Thank you so much. Now, without further ado, we would like to go ahead and recognize, we have a few small tokens of our appreciation for those who have actually been a part of this whole process. This process actually took place prior to my coming, and I know prior to David's coming. It's been a vision, long time in the running. And so I'm going to have Jaime come to the front. And our first token of appreciation is going to June Kim. As many of you all know, June's the artist behind the stone sculpture. And, we're not a very rich hospital. We're rich in heart. But one of the highest gifts that we can ever give anyone within our facility is a Sacred Works jacket. Because it really kind of speaks to going above and beyond in the provision of care to either our community or extending a helping hand to an associate. And so, June, today we would like to go ahead and present you with a personal Adventist Health Tehachapi Valley Sacred Work jacket. Also, we have a special certificate for you. It says Adventist Health Tehachapi Valley recognizes June Kim on this March 18th, 2022 for your sacred work in creating a healing environment through art. Signed, myself as well as the president, David.
Amen.
Christina Scribner, please come to the front.
Thank you.
Actually, giving this to you.
There's no way. For those of you all who don't know, Christina has been instrumental in raising money for projects that have really helped our community significantly. We're talking about the imaging pavilion, the mammal, and there's countless other projects that Christina has been involved with. And this is just one of the projects that she's been involved with in helping to move this project forward. And so, Christina, we would like to go ahead and thank you from the deepest part of our heart, Adventist Health Tehachapi Valley. And it says, Christina Scribner on this date, March 18th, 2022, for your sacred work in creating a healing environment through art. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Donald Towns. For those of you all who don't know, Donald Towns has a rich history in art. I mean, he at one time was one of the directors for Disney, one of the art directors for Disney. So if you've ever seen his paintings, you will be blown away. I have one inside my office, and I refuse to let go of it. So.
He was the head background artist for The Little Mermaid.
Yes. So he's such a humble guy, but it really kind of speaks to the individual that he is. So thank you so much, Donald. Adventist Health Tehachapi Valley recognizes Donald Towns on this March 18th, 2022 for your sacred work in creating a healing environment through art. Thank you so much. And Dwight. Absolutely. You know what? There has never been a time that I've ever seen Dwight that we have not hugged. So if you're just going to permit me, I'm going to go ahead and hug Dwight first before I give him the certificate. Dwight, Adventist Health Tehachapi Valley recognizes Dwight Dreyer on this March 18th, 2022 for your sacred work in creating a healing environment through art. Thank you so much.
Amen.
And this concludes our ceremony. We have some refreshments off to my left-hand side. Please feel free to go ahead and mingle. But thank you so much for coming out.
They do a good job.
You did great. You did great. Thank you. Okay.
First time, like, the Uncle Dwight asked about the three handlers, then I just went to the streets, but for him, like, oh, yeah, I can do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and what time did you spend on the hospital? Yeah, it was like real, like big touch for me, and big, like taking, taking a lot. So, yeah, this project, yeah, I got
So how long did it take you to complete?
I spent like a month and 2 weeks. Yes. Yeah.
And so to finally see it up and have it presented to everybody, how does that make you feel?
Oh, I cannot believe this kind of happened coming to me. It's like feels like in a dream. Yeah, so it's really happy that also maybe said to me like from thankful like for the person who made it happen that they allow and just thank you so much. Thank you so much. A friend for everybody who working with like project. So yeah, everybody have car that kids, and especially my friend Brad and Pamela, of course. Yeah, they are like family. Really appreciate them, and also that should be beautiful. Yeah, I think something really like special experience around here make me really peaceful feeling that I got a lot of positive feelings over here. So that helps me a lot. Nature and Tehachapi, and so I can experience how I like everybody like
It was a beautiful piece.
Thank you very much. Then hopefully, like I thought, like we call in Korea, then doctors and nurses like angels, white clothing angels. They wear the white clothing. So hopefully, it's like I was taught a lot of them, like how they working hard and technical, a lot of people. So like they are angels. So they got hopefully a lot of help for them, all the angels. So yeah, hope with them, and then also some, good help from my feeling. Thank you so much. Yeah, perfect.